So we wonder, is this a good time for LED lights? And we thought we'd ponder that question for a few minutes. First, some background. What are LED? They're solid-state chips. They're semiconductors that emit light. The chips are encased in epoxy, so they're unbreakable, which is really different compared to the fragile lamps in metal halide or pressure sodium. They're also non-toxic. There's no mercury used in the manufacturing of LED. So from a pollution perspective, there's some advantages. But the biggest thing people are talking about is the amount of light you get with less electricity. So there are some real interesting savings with LED. From a business perspective, you can reduce your monthly energy cost pretty dramatically compared to metal halide or high pressure sodium. There's less pollution, both carbon dioxide, carbon footprint, and mercury pollution. And there's also a reduced labor. So there's less monthly or yearly labor cost in terms of lamp changeouts than you have versus traditional lighting. So from a business problem, from a business perspective, how do you use LED? Because there's a lot of choices in the market. What's the right choice for your business? Or should you switch it all to LED? When we look at solving this problem from an engineering perspective, typically we look at the technology available, we look at the applications we can apply, and then we take design and blend those three things, design, technology, and application, to come up with a solution. And we really think we have something special with the Arena series and Alta series lamps from Ephesus. These are US manufactured lamps. They are fabulous in terms of their ability to keep the lamps cool and to have very high light output. Let's show you how they work. This is a cross section of the Arena lamp. And you can see what's clever about it is that the power supply is in the handle of the lamp. It's rather quite removed from the chip array itself. And the frame that the chip is in is basically one giant heat sink. So those two things are combining to keep the power supply temperature lower and the chip array lower. And when we run lower temperatures, we can get more light out of the chips, and we can get longer lamp life. And both those things are really, really important. I've got a couple charts to show you. This one is taking a typical sort of hockey arena size building, 15,000 square feet with a 65-foot arena. This could be a basketball court or a hockey rink. Here we'd use 147 lamps to get 217 foot candles. Comparing that to a traditional metal halide high bay where we'd use almost 300 fixtures and get less foot candles on the floor, and various other applications. But we see we can get more light with less fixtures, and that's pretty consistent looking at these lamps. Another chart that I think really tells the tale is looking at our temperatures. The LED chip temperature, it runs around 60 degrees Celsius. That's 20 or 30 degrees less than other chips. Also, our power supply temperature runs lower, again 20 to 25 degrees Celsius lower than other power supplies. The net of that is it allows us to have a 10-year manufacturer warranty, which is really, really great. And we run 135,000 hours before we have 30% light loss. Again, that's spectacular. And you can really see that on the lumen depreciation chart at the bottom. Metal halide we know drops off quite quickly after just 10,000 hours. High pressure sodium, a little bit less, quicker drop. But even compared to other LEDs, we have a very, very nice lumen maintenance chart. You also see it in terms of the efficacy numbers. We're able to get 93 lumens per watt, which is fabulous compared to other LEDs. And something isn't much talked about, but it's really important, is look at the light loss over temperature chart. Typically, people are dropping 10 or 20% once they're getting into that 35 or 40 degrees Celsius range. At 40 to 45 degrees Celsius, we have no light loss. We have no light loss at 50 to 60. We don't start dropping until 65 degrees Celsius. That's pretty spectacular. And you really see it in the performance. Here's a recent installation at the Ricoh Coliseum in Toronto. We were able to have almost a 4 times improvement in light level from 40-foot candles to 157. Our energy savings dropped to 50% of what was used before. The net of that is fans are happier, players are happier, TV broadcasters are happier because we're now hitting HD TV light levels. Just a win for everybody. We see the same type of performance with the high bays with the Altus and Venue series. Here's a cross-section of the Altus, and you can see again that basically the whole lamp is a heat sink. We've taken the power source and moved it as far away as possible. We use very high-quality O-rings. We worry about the optics, and the net of all of that is more light on the floor where you need it, and doing that with less wattage. This is a recent installation in New York. This is a metals factory. And they had a dramatic improvement in light levels, and a 60% reduction in their electrical bill. Here is a pool we did in British Columbia, a similar performance with a doubling of the light levels and a very nice energy savings. So why LED? Well, we think the time is right. We can dramatically improve light levels. We can reduce electrical costs. We can reduce maintenance cost. These are lamps that are going to last well over 100,000 hours. It's a very good time to consider LED, and we'd love to help you with it. Please give us a call. Thanks so much.